While out hunting for petroglyphs, I decided to fly my drone out over the nearby peaks, when I discovered an ancient fortress perched high up on top of the mountain. This area that I found the petroglyphs was riddled with lots of volcanic rocks that had depictions of deer and lizards and other small animals that you could find in the area. Mixed in with the animal petroglyphs were a lot of geometric shapes. They were very beautiful, but I'm unsure of their meaning. After pinpointing the location of the fortress, I was able to get an idea of which route I wanted to take up to get to it. There was no trail to this site, so I had to do a lot of bushwhacking in the desert to get to it. So according to my map, it's up and over. So let's get to the top. So I'm following some type of maybe cow tracks or something like that. So it makes it a little bit easier to get through here. But my guess is these are going to run out when it deviates to the water source, because that's what the cows are looking for. And ironically, that's what the natives were looking for. So that's a good sign. So that's where we're going, all the way up on top. This is where that large fortress is. You can almost see some wall structure right there. From above, you get a better vantage point of how large this structure truly is. I found it very interesting that there was just one singular room in this whole structure. For as large, long, wide this was, only having the one singular room really threw me off, as if nobody lived here, if this was in fact a fortress or some type of defensive structure that was protecting possibly another pueblo or large living quarters nearby. Why would they have just the one room perched up on top of this hill as a second layer of defense? I'm not sure. Maybe you guys know, and if you do, please let me know in the comments. Whatever this structure was, it certainly had an amazing vantage point and viewpoint from the top of this mountain, that it could see all surrounding areas or anybody or anything coming up to attack it. This wall has to be almost 6 feet tall. I thought to myself, man, what a wall if that was like that all the way across the whole fortress. If it was 6 feet tall. So then how do they see over it? And then right here in this same spot, I end up finding that. I'm not sure if that would have been a vantage point. I mean, it seems awfully low, but maybe this has filled in over time. Back then it was more of a viewpoint than it is now. This is the one singular room in the whole place. Well, I've been searching around here for a while, and I don't see a lot of evidence. There's no pottery shards, anything like that, which could mean a lot of things. It could have been that somebody could have taken all that stuff, but generally speaking, with a structure this large, there is shards or pottery all over the place, and I'm not really seeing any of that, which really starts to make you wonder if this was Puebloan people, or was this pioneers, settlers, horses, cowboys? One will never know, I guess. I mean, the petroglyphs down the hill certainly would lead you to believe that there's more to this. Here appears to be another vantage hole that has kind of caved in a little bit, but if they were going to look through and see somebody coming up, if they had bow and arrow, they could shoot. Here's another one. Pretty impressive. So this could have been a fortress protecting the pueblo behind me directionally from the east. This could have been their position to see anybody trying to come in and surprise them. So maybe that's why this is here. I'm not sure. I think what I've thought about the most is what brought them to want to be up here. What were they defending from? Who or what was after them? And why did they think that they needed to defend themselves? You know, it's truly a mystery, and it makes you wonder when this all took place. You know, was this when the Apaches came in the region? Was it when they were searching for the Apaches themselves in the Fort McDowell era? It's truly a mystery, and I'd be interested in hearing what anybody has to say in the comments if this is something that you're knowledgeable of. I'd be curious to hear your viewpoints on this structure of why it was here, and what and whom they could have been defending from. The mystery may never be solved, and maybe that's why I like going on these adventures. And if you enjoyed going on this adventure with me, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, and follow me on the road to 2,000 subscribers. This was a really, really fun, exciting adventure, and I'm glad that you guys joined me for it. This is Cav saying, keep calm and hike on until the next adventure, guys. Peace.